Hey, I got a question from Matt the other day. He broke his collarbone snowboarding a couple of weeks ago. So obviously upper body training is going to present significant issues, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass when it comes to doing lower body training. What you find is a lot of classical or traditional style strength training utilizes a barbell, which usually requires these bad boys being your hands to attach and then arms and your shoulders. You've got a broken collarbone though. It's really hard to do something like a back squat or a front squat safely. If our gym that we train at has a hip belt squat machine, that is a fantastic device. So as opposed to attaching the weight through a barbell to your hands or to your shoulders, it attaches at your hips. But we can improvise and make one up using a barbell and weights. Now, some things you'll need. The first thing goes by a few names, and that's this bad boy. Sometimes it's called a landmine or a torsionator. What it really is a sleeve that a barbell can go into, a hinge to allow it to move, and then a pin which sits in a plate in the middle where a barbell would normally go on the other end. Sometimes these will be attached to things like squat racks and squat cages, so we don't actually need to lay a plate face down. Next item, you'll need something like a dip belt that has a chain or some other attachment. Two other things I recommend which may or may not be at your gym: a spring collar and a carabiner. We're effectively going to use a dip belt to connect to a barbell with a carabiner, setting it up like we would for a torsionator, except as opposed to doing an upper body exercise with a torsionator or landmine, we're going to do a lower body exercise and improvise to make a hip belt squat machine. Something else you'll need is some additional plates or something to stand on that's secure. So I use plates at home. You might be able to use flat benches. In my case, if I stand on my flat benches, my head's going to be through the roof. Now, I recommend that you put the spring collar on before the weights. The reason for this is once you attach it to your actual dip belt, you'll want a straight line of action down at the barbell. If you put the plates on first, then spring collar over the front and attach onto it that way, you'll find the plates will get in the way, and then as you lower down, it gets harder and harder to get a good connection and your balance will be off. You don't necessarily need the spring collar and the carabiner, but it's going to make it significantly more secure.